Okay, this video is to show you how to modify your Launch 4. I bought this knife for EDC. I wanted the smallest knife I could put in my pocket, right? And as you can see, I've actually broke the clip. I did it the strangest way. It wasn't in my pocket and I pulled it out and it snapped. I had it actually attached to something that was like a metal, something overhead. Something that would just keep it there while I was working, and I actually pulled it off and yanked it down without it being totally off, and it snapped it right there by the screw holes. So needless to say, I was a little upset about that, but I'll tell you what, I took this thing off and it is sweet without the clip. I mean, I bragged about the clip in my last video about this knife, but I took it off and I'll tell you, it's nice, even for those, this is right-hand carry only, but if a left-hander bought this and wanted to just throw it in their pocket, you barely even feel this thing in there. The only thing I could think of is it has a chance to slip out of your pocket, which is not good. So long story short, I called Kershaw and I explained that I broke the clip, and they were really cool. They said, yeah, no problem, we'll send you a new one. What's your address? The only problem is that it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks. So I came up with a plan that I could use something else and actually even make it better, I think, than how this came out of the factory at Kershaw. So stay tuned. Okay, here's my solution. I'm going to use a clip off of another Kershaw knife that I own. It's the Kershaw Weston. Speed assist. This is my bug out bag knife that is in my bag, right? Very nice knife. Speed assist, highly recommend it. Classic design, right? Okay, but I started looking at them, and let me try to put it even, okay? The Launch 4 is definitely the smallest knife that I think Kershaw makes, besides some of their little buck knives that your grandpa puts in their pocket. But you can tell, the clip almost goes to the end of the handle, and it is not deep carry, right? The Weston is. It's a deep carry, and it's actually shorter, right? The width isn't going to matter. In fact, the width at this point right here is thinner. So my thoughts are, and I haven't done this yet, I just eyeballed the holes inside my Weston, and it looks like the same as the Launch 4, and I would imagine that the manufacturer stamps holes that are 2 down exactly the same on a lot of their knives. So my thought is, again, taking this off the Weston, put it on my Launch 4, right? I use my Launch 4 every day in my pocket, so that's important to have a clip on it. And then when Kershaw sends me the Launch 4 clip for free in 3 to 4 weeks, I'll just attach it to the Weston, and I'll still have a clip that will be functionable. I'm not carrying this bad boy in my pocket. This thing is big and heavy, right? So, and if you can remember from my last video on the Launch 4, I was looking for a knife that was small, something that you could put in your pocket, not feel. And that was one of my biggest beefs, that I was kind of like, wow, man, they should have just gave it a deep carry clip, right? So, and I even had photos of me putting it in the small pocket above the large pocket in your jeans, and even attaching it to your belt. So I'm hoping this works. Stay tuned, we'll see. Okay, there it is. It works. And as you can see, I'm trying to line them up side by side here. The lower carry is definitely shorter than the clip that came with it on the Launch 4. Now, I did have to use the same screws that the Launch 4 came with versus the Westons. Westons, same length, just a little fatter or wider, I should say. But the top of the screws do connect to the lower part of the clip that actually holds it in place. So, as you can see, Oh, another thing too. You see these two little white marks? That's where the bottom part was rubbing on the knife. So you can clearly tell that it is shorter. It's actually thinner than this clip was. I don't know if I could show you that difference. Okay, so this one fits now totally in your pocket. You won't see it. I like the clip is thinner. It's not out where people are like, hey, I can tell you're carrying a knife. You know, it still works very effectively. In fact, I mean, it used to be here where your pointer finger is, or was. Now it's here, and I even enjoyed the knife without a clip altogether. So, yeah, it's a personal preference. But if you want to modify your Kershaw Launch 4 into a deep carry, it will work with the Weston. Now, there are other Kershaw knives out there that have the two down holes, if you will. You know, some of them have 3, some of them are 2 side by side. So, you know, if you're thinking of modifying your Kershaw Launch 4, make sure that you have the 2 down. And, you know, there are others that are 2 down, but then they give you the same clip as this. So, you know, you're in the same boat, I guess. But as soon as Kershaw sends me my free clip for my Launch 4, I'm going to just attach it to this, slide it right in the same spot, a little pocket inside my bug out bag, and I'll be good to go. So, again, it worked. Thanks for watching.